Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to look into the basic IP configuration lab. So here I have GNS3 in my system. Now those who don't know how to do the installation of GNS3, I have uploaded another video where you can go and find the steps. I have also added the iOS image. So I've uploaded a Dropbox link. You guys can just click on the link. The link is given in the description. So just click on the link and you will be able to download your files which you will need for the installation. So let us begin with the basic IP configuration lab. So on my left, as you can see, I've got my layer 3 device here. This is a router. This is a Cisco router. Now I've added two devices. I'm going to show you how to configure these two devices, how to assign the IP addresses. Then later on I'll also upload a video where we'll be doing some static routing. So from here I'm going to take a layer 2 switch here. So we'll drag and drop it. Okay. Now I will have to connect these devices. So for the connection I'll click here, add a link. Now from here I am taking Ethernet 0/0 connected with 0/0. Now I'll on the interface labels here. I'll show the interface labels. So again, it's a good practice to have the same port numbers on both the ends, so that for documentation purpose it will be a good it's a good practice to have the same interfaces on both the ends. Again, Ethernet 0/1 will be connected here. Again, Ethernet 0/1 gets connected here to 0/1. Now I will have to connect some end devices here. So for the end devices, I will go to my VPCs here. These are virtual PCs. So I'll click OK. And again, I'll have one device here. I'll click OK. Now I'll have to connect these devices. So I'll be using add a link. Click on my multi-layer switch here. Ethernet 0/1 connected with Ethernet 0. Again, Ethernet 0/0, let's say, connected with Ethernet 0. Now one by one I can power on these devices because I don't want to put some more load on my laptop, so I'll do it one by one. In your case, if you have a faster machine, you can just go here and you can click on the start button. Okay, let me also try this. So I'll be clicking here, start all devices. Hopefully all the devices will start at once. Okay, so it seems that I have a good laptop, so everything is started pretty much very fast. So let us begin here. I'll right click on the first router and I'll click on console. So earlier I had taken the connection, so this is an inactive connection. Okay, now this is active. Alright, so let me take the connection of router 2 as well. Right click and then you can go to console. So here is my router 2. Okay, so let us begin with the configuration. Right now I'm in the privilege mode. So if I want to configure this device, I will have to enter the global configuration mode. For entering the global configuration mode, you will type configure terminal. Now I'm not going to type this command completely. I will use the tab key here. So I'll be using the tab key, so it will autofill the command for me. So configure terminal, it's a good practice so that you will not make any mistakes while you're doing your configurations, especially for the people who make a lot of spelling mistakes. Using the tab key will avoid a lot of errors. So right now I'm in my global configuration mode. I'll be changing the host name, so I'll say host name R1. R1 is router 1 here. So as you can see, the command host name followed by the device name. So okay, so I have changed the host name here. Now before I assign the IP addresses to the interfaces, I will have to label my network. I forgot to label it, so I'll just place a note here. This is a note. Add a note. You click on this and then you come back here. So between the routers I'm going to use 1.0.0.0/30, and here I'm going to use 192.168.1.0/24. Here I'll be using 192.168.2.0/24. Okay, so I've labeled it. Now let's begin with the configuration. Let's continue. So right now I'm in my global configuration mode. If I want to assign the IP address to the Ethernet 0/1, so I'll select the interface by typing interface Ethernet 0/1, press enter. Right now you can see that there has been a change here. Earlier it was showing us config, which means that we were in the global configuration mode. Right now we are at the interface configuration mode. So whatever changes you make here, it will be only applicable for this particular interface. So whatever changes you make, it is going to affect only this particular interface. Now I will assign the IP address. So I would say IP address 192.168.1.1 followed by the subnet mask value, which is in my case is /24. So I will say 255.255.255.0, then followed by the no shutdown command. Now many of you, those who are using GNS3 for the first time, let me tell you this, that here the port the port is showing as green, right? So the LED is showing as green, which doesn't mean that your interface is enabled. Right now if you see, the interface is administratively down. So if you want to verify this, I will run the command do show IP interface brief. You can see here Ethernet 0/1, the IP address has been assigned. It's a manual IP address. The status is okay, which means that it has passed the power on self-test. And currently you see the status is administratively down and your protocol is also down, which means that we need to use the no shutdown command here to enable this interface. So I would say no shutdown and then I'll exit back. Now before I configure Ethernet 0/0, it is a good practice to verify and check whether your Ethernet 0/1 interface has been enabled or no. But again, as you can see on the screen, we are getting this message saying that line protocol on interface Ethernet 0/1 changed state to up. So which means that our interface status is enabled now. So interface is enabled. Let's go back to my privilege mode, show IP interface brief. This time I will use some pipe commands here. So I want to exclude the unassigned interfaces. So I will use pipe exclude unassigned. Now you can see only the interface where we have the IP address. So all the other interfaces are not shown now. So you can just filter the output by using the pipe commands. Now further, let us go back and configure Ethernet 0/0. So interface Ethernet 0/0, IP address would be 10.1.255.255.255.252 because it is /30. No shutdown. Now in this case, this interface will not be enabled. As you can see here, it shows that the status is up, but if I say show IP interface brief, pipe exclude the unassigned, you would see here that the interface status is up. But again, on the other end, I will still have to configure Ethernet 0/0. So let us go back on router 2 here. Since this is a simulation software, since you're using GNS3, here the status is shown as up, but on your physical devices it will be shown down because the other end is still not configured. So you will have to configure the other end, and then only you will be able to see this output as up and up. Okay, so let us go back to router 2 here in this case, and let's do the same configuration. So I'll go to my global configuration mode, interface Ethernet 0/0, IP address 1002.255.255.255.252, no shutdown, exit, interface Ethernet 0/1, IP address. As you can see, a message appears saying that the link is up. IP address 192.168.2.1, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown, exit, exit. Coming back to my privilege mode, show IP interface brief. So I've assigned the IP addresses now. It's time for some verification. So let's go back, say ping 1001. Yes, so it's successful. So you're getting a successful reply from Ethernet 0/0 on router 1. I'll change the host name here. So hostname R1, going back exit. Okay, now let's go back to router 1. Say ping 1002. Obviously you'll get a reply. Okay, now it's time to configure the VPCs with IP addresses. Right click, go to the console. Now here you will write the command. Firstly, you will check whether there is an IP address or no. In this case, there's no IP address. So if I say show IP, you can see IP mask gateway, it's 0000, which means we have not assigned any IP address. To assign the IP address, you will say IP followed by the IP address, which is 192.168.1.2 space. Make sure that you put a space there, space /24. That's my subnet mask value, and followed by the gateway. So that will be 192.168.1.1. When you press enter, it will see whether this IP address is already used in the network or no. In my case, I have not used 1.2, so it has successfully assigned 1.2 to this PC. Now it is time to verify. Let me go and ping my gateway 192.168.1.1. As you can see, I'm getting successful replies. So I'm able to reach the gateway. Now let us go back here, do the same thing. Console. Now again, show IP. No IP address, so IP 192.168.2.2 /space/24. The default gateway would be 192.168.2.1. Enter. So it is checking for the duplicate address. Okay, now let's ping 192.168.2.1, and here you go. You have a successful reply coming from the gateway. Okay, so basically let us go and check the routing table now. Let us see. Show IP route. You will be able to see the directly connected networks. The code is C. So as you can see, C. So this is 1000/30 is connected on Ethernet 0/0, and 192.168.1.0 is connected on Ethernet 0/1, which means that the router only knows about its directly connected networks. So right now we have not configured any routing protocol. We are not doing static routing or default routing or dynamic routing. So the router just knows about its directly connected networks, right? So later on I will upload another video where I'll be showing you static routing, and then we'll see how to configure static routing on your Cisco routers. Then you will have the end-to-end connectivity. So let me just go back to my PC1 here, and I'll try to ping 1001. When I ping, I get a reply. Now you must be thinking that why do we get a reply? Because 1001 is another network, right? So in this case, you're getting a reply because this is an IP address which is configured on my router 1. So router 1 has 1001 as a local IP here. So I'm getting a reply. Now, if you try to ping 1002, you will not get a reply. You can see that there is a timeout. So the reason why you're not getting a reply here, because router 2, if you go back to router 2, if you go back here, router 2, okay, this is router 1. Okay, I will have to basically, I made a mistake here in the host name. I should have made it hostname R2. Okay, so show IP interface brief. Yeah, that's right. So I just made a mistake in the host name earlier. Okay, so this is my router 2. If I say show IP route, you can see router 2 just has the information about 192.168.2.0 and 1000, right? 100/30. Okay, so here in this case, if you try to ping 1002, you're not getting a reply from the PC whose IP address is 192.168.1.2. The reason why you're not getting a reply, because router 2 does not have any information about 192.168.1.2. So if you look at the routing table of router 2, it only has the information about its directly connected networks. So that is the reason why you're not getting any reply. Now in the next section, as I said, in my next video, I'll be uploading how to configure static routing, and then we will see how these devices they can communicate with each other. So please do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.